Good morning. As you can see, several of us here today in support of the dual language immersion program. It has now been just about a month since our supporter addressed the board on April 20th. At that time, we wanted to challenge some of the information that was presented, but we were unsure how to do so because of our attempts to communicate with district leaderships were ignored. When this process began, families were told that the administration team would be available to answer questions, discuss next steps, and assist us through the process. However, when we reached out with questions, we received no response. Phone calls and emails were not returned. It appears that the only way to be heard is through our physical presence at these meetings. The district states that it values meaningful two-way communication. Meaningful two-way communication is an interactive exchange where information flows both ways, and all participants actively listen, process, and respond. That didn't happen. It also needs to be addressed that community members are not only ignored, but we are witnessing direct leadership engage in communication that escalates conflict with both community members and employees, both in person and in writing. You are elected officials. You are here to represent the community. You are not here to blindly trust district leadership without asking questions on behalf of families you serve. There are members of this community who have effectively been blamed for the abrupt closure of dual language programs at multiple schools. At the last meeting, Ashley Porter stated that the EL students were not proficient in the program. We asked this board to seek clarity and transparency regarding those claims. Ask Mr. Porter how many EL students were in third grade dual language class he referenced. How many non-EL students were proficient in ELA on the ELG? How many total students were proficient overall? And how many of those students were dual language students? You'll find that the majority of the students across the district are not proficient. You will also find that a significant percentage of the students who did pass are dual language students. In many cases, dual language students are outperforming their non-dual peers. If 60, 70, or 80% of the students are not proficient, this is not a dual problem. This points to district-wide curriculum instructional. Excuse me. If more than half of our district's biggest stakeholders, our students, are not proficient, then we must ask whether the curriculum and instructional systems currently in place are truly meeting their needs. When the district meets with teachers, it seeks their opinions and informs them of the decisions being made. During these meetings, you as board members are also being informed. But how can you know whether the district's decisions are truly in the best interest of the children if difficult questions are not being asked? We're asking this board to do more than simply receive information. We're asking you to investigate, question, and advocate for transparency, accountability, and the educational opportunities our children deserve. When a decision is made to remove an opportunity like dual language from hundreds of students, families deserve to know the decision was made using accurate information. Our children's futures. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to thank the board members, especially 4 of you that are here that really took my call. I really appreciate it. Every board member has taken my call, by the way, and I just want to clarify that if I didn't make it. Maybe it took them a little bit of time, but they did call me back. The only one was John here, and I tried to call him multiple times, left him 2 messages, and it got to the point, and it's during the day, it's not after hours or anything like that. It seemed like it just wouldn't go through on my phone. It was gone. And so I'd call him on another phone and it would ring. So I don't know what happened there. But anyway, for that being said, my question, one of the things I want to talk about was doing away with the program is being consolidated, is what I keep hearing is being consolidated. Well, my wife and I have the opportunity, we can move to that school and we wouldn't mind it. The only problem is that there's a lot of big families that can't. So when you just consolidate, in Harnett County, Wake County is a little bit different. Wouldn't you guys agree? I mean, a lot more money, but in Harnett County, families just don't have it, and they're not able to move. So really, you're kind of doing away with that group. So when you close it at multiple schools like this, it's gone instead of like phasing it out. So that's one thing I wish would be considered, and it's also really hard to implement it if it ever comes back. As far as that's concerned, like, I know we talk about proficiency. Is there any way we can track growth? Because I feel like that's just as important. All I hear about is proficiency. And also, I'm hoping you're able to speak to this. Mr. Brooks Matthews. But these contracts are canceled in February. Did you cancel these contracts in February? Are you able to speak to that?
I was, Miss Ferguson, was that who had that conversation?
That's right.
Do you know when they were canceled?
I do not. I know that we sent the initial letter home to families right there, kind of the end of February, right before the transition.
Hopefully that answers your question.
Well, supposedly, and I don't know if this is accurate, but David Young came down here, the head of Participate Learning, to meet with you, and I think you were sick. And then he drove back. I didn't know if the phone call could have been made to him before he drove from Chapel Hill to here, or rescheduled the meeting. I feel like that would be some courtesy.
That meeting was not scheduled with me, that was scheduled with our HR department, and they did meet with them, I believe.
Yes,
So,
we did.
Correct. This is just hearsay, so I wanted to confirm that happened. But again, emails weren't returned with him as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. I had something to write, but I just decided to come up and just speak my mind because I've also emailed a lot of you and it was ignored. And this is, I guess, the only way that y'all listen to people. And I was really offended by y'all calling my kids natives because they're not. They're American citizens. They were born here, yet they speak Spanish because I do. And I'm also an American. And I did not appreciate y'all saying that and saying that it was meant, the program, for only English speakers, which they are English speakers. And I was really hurt by that. And I just want y'all to do your research and listen to professionals and other people, not just whoever came up and speak, because y'all don't let other professionals come up and speak. And because I've been to every meeting, I know most of y'all remember seeing me, and that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you.